Hi, Aquarius. So, we have been going through it. This has been a very crazy and difficult time for a lot of us the past couple weeks. It's been a lot of changes, a lot of ups and downs, and even some major changes. It's that shift where we're unsure of what's happening next for a lot of us, and that makes us uncomfortable and it makes us uneasy because we are the ones that always like to know what's coming next, even in our careers and in our love life. We are okay with going with the flow, but we always like to know at least what we know. We like to know what to look forward to. We need something to look forward to, so we like to know what's next so we can then finish a certain task or finish up a certain relationship and then decide what's next after that. Because if we're still stuck in something, we just can't be stuck. So if we're stuck without anywhere to go or anything to look forward to, then it puts us in a very weird place where we're just like, we're itching for the knowledge. We're itching to find out what is next. And it's been one of those times where we might feel uncertain of ourselves. We might feel a little scared about, or we've had moments of fear, feeling like, well, this is what, okay, here we go. Moments of fear, and we're feeling like, okay, well, I think I know what I want to do next, but I'm not quite certain. Okay, here we go. Judgment, King of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and Page of Swords. So what's interesting about this is that we have this burning desire to want to do something new, want to know what's coming next, and it might be almost not by choice. It might be someone or something trying to force us to do something different, or it's just our own brains telling us that we need to do something different. And the way that this is coming across is that we are ready for a second chance to do something different, but we need to let go that we don't have the control. We don't always know what's coming next, and maybe that's good for us sometimes to have a little fear and be a little scared, because we are typically not fearful people. We're typically just, we can see what's coming a mile away, but when we can't, in those rare moments that we can't, we have a little bit of fear and a little bit of worry about what is going to make us happy next. It doesn't always have to do with money, right? King of Pentacles here. But it does have to do with us being sure and being certain that we have to do what we love in order to make that money and in order to support ourselves. But we're typically not always worried about money first. We're worried about happiness first. And we have a little bit of a teenage phase happening here, even as adults. Some of us are having this, some Aquarians, we're having this teenage phase where we're like, okay, well, we're going to graduate high school in 6 months, so where am I going to go? What am I going to do? And a lot of Aquarians are just going with the flow and just going, okay, well, this is where the universe put me right now, and I'm fine with that. But a lot of us are really just feeling the need or the push that a big change is happening. And this could be a move, or this could be a change in a career, and not a full change as in changing completely what we're good at or what we set our goals for, but changing our career in a way that makes more sense to us and not pleasing other people. So we definitely have the career on the mind, and we definitely have a change in, it could be school, right? It could be college stuff. It could be taking online classes. It could be um, a change in the dynamic of the workplace. It could be a change in the dynamic of a boss. But the patience is actually, we have been wearing thin on patience. See how hard that is for me to say. Our patience has been wearing thin because we don't like to wait. We don't like to wait on what's going to happen next. We want to know now. We want to see what's coming. And maybe our patience is coming out on other people. Our lack of patience, I should say. And there's a disconnect with a lot of people in our lives right now. There could be a disconnect with friends or a loved one, someone you're in a relationship with, or a family member. Because there's this desire to wake up from this slumber that we've been in for maybe, I would say, a couple months. This slumber and this disappointment of feeling like, okay, I feel like I have done this. It's been repetitive. I need a change. I feel like it's dead, done, buried. Let's go. Let's move on. Here's the judgment card. We're like, come on, let's do something. Let's do something new. It's a second chance to let go of what we have been doing, but also let go of the fear of doing something different, because we typically don't fear that. But why are we fearing that? Because it has to do with money. And there are people in our lives that try to help guide us without our permission or without our asking. And that's nice of them and everything, but we don't really need that. What we need is to look inside ourselves and get real as Aquarians and go, hey, okay, I'm sick of this, doing this thing over and over again, or I'm sick of the way that this situation is going. I'm sick of this job, or I'm sick of this relationship. But we have to look at so funny. We have to look at why we haven't just jumped off the cliff yet, why we haven't just done it. What's holding us back? The High Priestess and the Four of Cups coming out together. So I guess this kind of answers our question, right? Why we're holding back? Because our inner intuition, our inner guide, is telling us that we need to not only test our patience, but we need to get rid of this stubbornness that Aquarians typically have when it comes to listening to the people that we love, taking advice from people that we normally give advice to. There's a stubbornness in here, and our intuition telling us, okay, listen to them, because they might actually have an answer. They might actually help, even though we go, no, I know what they're going to say. I know everything. I know what they're going to say. Aquarius is, I know. I already know what they're going to say. But, sometimes we just have to shut up and listen. And we have two ears and one mouth for a reason. So maybe we can try to listen to advice. Maybe someone that is in the same field that we want to go into, or goes to a certain school that we want to go to, or is in a successful relationship that we might want to have. Something along those lines, where it's like, okay, now I'm ready to listen, because I'm just being stubborn, and I'm just being impatient for no reason when I could just take a breath and open my eyes and ears and listen and see what they have to say. Because it's someone we probably respect, but also it's someone that we always give advice to, so it's hard to switch roles for Aquarius. It's hard for us to, once we see you as a certain thing, it's kind of hard for us to look at you as anything else. It's hard for you to make a change in our eyes when it comes to the dynamic and communication. But there's definitely going to be a major change in our lives. And for some reason it is waiting, because maybe it's waiting for us to learn our patience and to learn how to let go a little bit of this stubbornness and this fear. I don't know so much if it's fear of failure. I don't see that as much as fear of not just having it be done already. It's just, or not knowing, the fear of not knowing. It's like, okay, I want to be done already. I want to get this thing going. I want to be comfortable. Yep. 10 of Wands. So there's our completed aspect of the wall that we are building ourselves. We're carrying all these sticks on our own, not asking for help, not listening to anybody. And every single one of these cards is a single person. We stand alone. We know all the answers, right, Aquarius? We've been going through some weird stuff lately. And I totally get it, and we don't have to talk about it and get in depth with it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm changing it up. We got cut off. What we're going to do this month, we're changing it up for June, so I'm going to do mid-month readings for air, water, fire, earth. So, of course, we will go watch the air reading, and that will be in a Vimeo link down in the description box, so look for that. The link will work. Look for that tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to try to film them on the new moon, so that's exciting. We're going to change it up a little because, of course, I'm an Aquarius and making these changes, seeing if it sticks. But it'll be cool because that's where I will do predictive astrology for June and July, and then we will also do a reading with goddess cards, oracle cards, and angel cards, and more rider cards, okay? I love you, Aquarius, and we'll get through it. We just got to take down these walls, get rid of this stubbornness, listen, and we'll be okay. Bye, guys. See you in the mid-month readings.